Hello， 各位观众，欢迎收看今天的 SA Channel， 我是 Sin。看一下，我们最后好，我们两个都要回康斯坦丁，回去找康斯坦丁。172发，子弹有点不够。补一下。264。好，我们回新希瑞。这边居然没有。今天应该可以破关吧？应该是最后2个任务了。
Constantine, my dear cousin, I'm always happy to see you. What news do you bring? I finally managed to enter the sanctuary at the heart of the island, and I was able to talk with Enomil Fructiman.
我好像选错了，不应该选这个。
Tell me about it. The sanctuary is heavily protected. Only a high king can open it.
I remember you saying that Vimbar's death wasn't going to help us. How did you fix this problem?
I had to interfere in the natives' elections and earn the trust of the pretender who seemed to be the best choice.
You really are an outstanding diplomat. My father is an old, bitter man, but he was right about you. Tell me, who did you choose?
Dunkus. He's the king of the village of Vigigador, and a Donegad full of wisdom.
I'm certain that you have made the right choice. And then what did you do?
I was able to enter the sanctuary. It was an incredible experience.
It had to be. Oh, how I envy you. Entering the most secret places on this island, talking to a god. What does he look like? Is he some kind of very old and very powerful Donegad?
No. In fact, I spoke to an extremely large tree. As strange as it may sound.
Fascinating.
胡须飘飘的老人。
Old bearded men. Did he tell you where the Malachor was coming from? Is it a curse that he cast upon the first settlers?
No. According to him, we are responsible for the emergence of the Malachor. By exploiting the earth so much, we have poisoned it, and the disease has contaminated us through the water that we drink and the plants that we eat.
Strange, and yet it seems plausible. So, there wouldn't be an antidote?
He says that the earth can be healed, that his children know how to do it. I suppose he was talking about the Donegada. He also said that by healing the earth, we would heal those who live on it.
This is a fascinating revelation. It won't be easy for our neighbors to accept it, however. I'm afraid that even my father might receive it with skepticism. Did he tell you anything else?
know. But it's true that the conversation ended abruptly. An intruder had managed to sneak into the sanctuary, and we had to flee to evade the wrath of its guardians.
An intruder, you say? Then I guess this sanctuary isn't that heavily protected. Your work really is exemplary. The entire continent should be thanking you. Is there anything you would like to tell me?
We managed to solve the problem of the attacks on San Mateos.
我解决了。
So, what was causing them?
The city and its outposts were continuously being attacked by animals. These beasts were led by a large creature that strangely resembled a mountain guardian.
This is the same creature which High King Vinbar turned into, isn't it?
Exactly. Except it looked sick and it didn't act like the High King did.
被腐化了。
The animals around it, and it seemed like it was transferring its disease to them before making them attack. I have never seen anything like it. And there's more. Hikmet was in a similar situation. Do you remember?
Of course. Don't tell me that a guardian was involved there as well.
Yes. The governor was convinced that the attacks were led by the islanders. And yet they were being attacked as well. And it was by their side that I fought the creature. That time it was a Nardai Glenderman, a beast.
沙滩守护
But
者
it seemed just as sick. And it was also manipulating the animals to make them aggressive.
So, it would be some kind of epidemic affecting the guardians. I don't see what we can do about it. Actually, I think you've already done what had to be done by eliminating those that were threatening our neighbors.
Perhaps. But I'm certain there's more to it than a simple epidemic. These beasts attack in a coordinated fashion, which requires an intelligence that they don't have.
守护者也得了血疫病。
The attacks you thought were coordinated may just have been coincidental.
You may be right. But I can't help thinking that someone is behind all this.
Do you really believe that a Denegad would want to take over the
哎
island? Cousin,
该不会就是他吧？
I respect you, but frankly, this doesn't seem very coherent. But I see it's already quite late. If you'll excuse me, dear cousin. Regrettably, I must leave you.
Where are you going?
Not very far, rest assured. But I have a small personal matter to take care of, you see. Don't be concerned. There's absolutely no risk. Use the opportunity to take some rest. You've really performed miracles recently. See you later.
But why would he leave like that? Guard, do you know where my cousin is going?
Sorry, Your Excellency. His Highness didn't tell me anything.
You are one of his bodyguards, aren't you?
I am, Your Excellency. But recently it has been difficult to force His Highness to accept our presence.
Recently? You mean this isn't the first time he's left without an escort?
I'm sorry, Your Excellency.
You better tell me everything.
Fine. I don't mean to be disrespectful towards him. But His Highness's behavior has been very peculiar recently. He sleeps very little and goes out alone almost every night.
And it didn't occur to anyone that I should be informed.
Well, His Highness had specifically ordered us not to tell you about it.
And where does he go? I thought the days when he used to go from tavern to tavern were over.
He doesn't go to taverns.
出城，
See, from what
看来真的就是他
goes
了。
outside the city.
Where could he go outside the city?
No idea. We saw him going north. That's all I know.
Listen, I understand this matter is putting you in a difficult situation. You were supposed to protect my cousin wherever he went, but he refused and ordered you to keep your mouth shut. But Constantine is not just my governor. He's my cousin. I'm worried about him. He's already been abducted once when leaving the city. So, if you know anything else...
I don't really know where he's going, Your Excellency. I think I know where to find out. When he doesn't leave the palace, he stays in his office for hours. He writes so much down in there that he could fill entire books. Here, I have the key. Take it. I hope you find His Highness and manage to make him see reason.
I don't like this at all. What could he be doing outside every night?
我那时候已经开过了。
I'm starting to believe that the revelation...
这无限钱让我那个感觉到长满华丽而深的受苦。卡塔萨的接子，但我自己的那些连接让我成为了神。
A accusations of inordinate had some truth to them. Let's rummage through his papers. We may find a clue.
看来最后的 BOSS 就是看斯坦丁了，这个驱魔者。好好的驱魔者不当，跑来当神。 打爆那家伙！
To a young man, but he wasn't my Menundanem. I thought he was, but I was wrong. And one day, I met the one I would love for all my life. As I had broken my engagement, we were exiled.
So
为爱走天涯。
They built this house, and we were born.
There. Now you know the whole story. Do you want to know anything else?
You're very isolated here. Why live so far?
It's a long story.
When I as
There.
我有后续。
I'll leave you alone.
May the trees on your road always bear fruit.
Thanks. You saved us. These beasts would have torn us to shreds.
These animals were strange, as if they were enraged. Thanks again, Renaixhe.
I'm glad I could help you. And perhaps you can do me a favor in return. I'm looking for a young man, a Renaixhe, but he looks a bit like an Onolmanawi.
Someone like you?
In some ways. But his marks are different, darker.
He's talking about the crazy Donegat.
Indeed.
Crazy
that might be-
Donegat.
Do you know where to find him?
No, we see him passing by around nightfall, but we don't know where he's going.
He walks along the path, often followed by some beasts.
He has a sinister look in his eyes. He scares me. So we stay hidden.
And you do well to hide. I think he's the one who sent these animals to attack you. Do you have any idea how I could figure out where he's going?
He could hide in the old house. He would see him passing by and could follow, couldn't he?
You're right. If you take this path,
废弃的房
reach an
屋。
abandoned house. You can hide there, and from up there you will be able to see the path perfectly.
Thank you. You've been a great help. And stay hidden. You may still be in danger.
Be prudent, Onolmanawi.
I'll leave you alone.
Qua awelen.
走过头了。
We can't be seen from the path. Let's head here to see where Constantine goes. see him. And he's not alone.
这里真的不是一个很好的伏击点，我还要这样绕回去，人都跑远了。刚刚有这样子吗？哦，他的头。
Constantine, what are you doing?
Cousin! You're here! I would have preferred that you learn all of this another way. To be able to reveal everything to you in better circumstances. But whatever power we earn, there are some things that escape us.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but what are you doing here?
I've seen monsters to you. Well aware of it. But I promise to explain everything when the moment is right. Then you will understand. You will see. The temptation is so great to share all with you right now. You have done so much for me. You have given me so much. I haven't forgotten, believe me. But I still have more to do. Forgive me and have patience. Hold them back. But do not kill him for anything in the world.
开打！
Constantine, come back and explain yourself.
I think I taught this spoiled brat how to wield a weapon. And now he's throwing pieces at us.
He's gone mad. It's the only explanation.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Things are about to get dicey! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Things are about to get dicey!
Flesh of my earth, help me. You saw him do it, didn't you? You saw him draw from me, steal my children, my guardian. begins. Pervert my force.
Yes, but I don't understand.
What he wants. Eternity. Strength. Power. It is what they all want. Those who take without looking beyond themselves. Like all those from the faraway lands.
He wasn't like that. He couldn't care less about all that.
Then it is the sickness. The brevity of his existence that terrified him to the point it changed who he is. You must stop him. Each time that he bonds, he destroys me a little more. And with me, the hope for a cure.
要大进化了。
Now it's my heart, my most sacred sanctuary that he covets. You must kill him.
It is madness.
The consequence of his folly, yes. Believe me, there is no other solution. Stop him, flesh of my earth, or there will be nothing left to save.
I still can't believe this.
I understand what you feel. I have trouble believing it myself, but Enomil Frechtenman never lies. We need to stop your cousin by any means possible.
We must learn more if we want to understand his plans and prepare against them. This hiding place he was talking about in his notes. We must find it.
If in his folly he remembered just a small bit of what I taught him, then he shall warn his guard to be ready for us. We will need to be discreet. Find ourselves allies.
You're thinking of all the creatures that he has perverted. A veritable army.
Precisely. And against an army we will need soldiers. The natives will follow you because their god has ordered it.
We might also be able to count on help from the Nords. We'll need to speak to their admiral. We should also be able to count on Sieglin. Her troops will be all the more welcome. And of course we can also go and find the Mother Cardinal, as well as Governor Burrow. What an absurd project. On the continent they would brand us crazy. Not here. On an island where everything is possible, and all folly is accepted.
我们在上个礼拜把乔蒙的友好度弄到最低了，太棒了！商团变成敌对。那5个都要说服，这个有点难啊，友好度太低了。刺客短剑。 先来去找红衣主教。乔蒙就最后再去找吧，那个一定是失败的。
Your Eminence, I salute you.
Sir de Sade, what can I do for you?
Do you remember I thought that someone must have been responsible for the attacks you sustained?
Yes, you thought that this guardian who sent us the animals couldn't have been acting alone.
And I was right, sadly.
You're hesitating. Are you afraid of my reaction?
没
Indeed,
错，
as the person responsible is none other than my cousin, Constantine.
Does this mean that the congregation has decided to wage war on us? And thanks to which obscure alliance has your cousin been able to manipulate these creatures?
Constantine acted alone, and he betrayed us as much as he betrayed you. Believe me. As for the way he manipulated these creatures, do you remember that my cousin was sick?
Absolutely. And it is said that his recovery was the result of a rather suspicious
可疑的奇
Are
迹。
you telling me that your cousin has made a pact with the demons of this island?
Something like that. He was cured by a Donegad of the island who performed a bonding ritual. But the power he received from this made him thirsty for more, and he bonded himself to other places, thus gaining control over the guardians who were protecting these sacred places.
But why attack us? Did his madness make him forget about our alliance?
His thirst for power is making him want to control the island entirely by himself. And I know that for this purpose he will soon attack the natives' main sanctuary on the volcano. I won't stand a chance against all the creatures he's taking control of. And I need some help. I will go and find the other factions, of course. But we need the help of Ptolemy. Having a common enemy should help us forget all the differences that have been opposing us.
The idea that we would protect the sanctuary from an insular demon is completely insane. But you have helped us several times, and I trust your judgment. You can count on our help. My men will fight by your side.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Thanks to your wisdom, we have a chance to prevail. I must leave you.
Naturally.
早知道康斯坦丁上岛的时候一枪打爆他的头，这样后面就没有后面的事了。惩戒广场。下一个，去找土著的至高王。乔蒙就最后一个再去找吧，反正都已经最低的那个，可想而知是不会答应的。
What brings you here?
I came to ask for your help in stopping my cousin, Dukas. Did you hear about the attacks of creatures led by strange guardians throughout the island?
Yes, Darren sent a messenger to tell me about it.
My cousin was sick, and to cure him, Katasak used the bonding ritual on him. But the power he received from it made him mad, and he started bonding himself in other places. He transformed his guardians each time, and used them to attack those he considers to be his rivals.
What you're telling me is terrible.
真的， 卡塔萨一定没有想到会这样子。
Never have bonded him. Your cousin is breaking the balance. He's consuming and will only want to consume more.
Indeed. Enonmil Frictamen warned me that Constantine was now targeting the sanctuary at the heart of the island. I cannot fight him alone. I need allies.
我需要盟友。
But I also need the help of your people, because we must all stand together to stop the threat that is weighing on the island.
Your will to create an alliance between all the peoples on this island is wise and noble. And the call of Enonmil Frictamen cannot remain unanswered. We will be by your side in the battle. I am not a fighter, but Deirdre will lead our warriors. And I would also like for you to take this weapon. I pray it will be useful in the fight that is coming.
Thank you, Dukas.
Don't thank me.
锤
You managed to earn my people's trust. And you fight for a cause that affects us all. May the earth support.
愿火山赐予你它的
And
力
may
量。
the volcano give you its strength.
I must admit that I expected Dukas to be more angered when he learned what Constantine had done.
He is a sage among sages, even amongst the Donegada.
哦，这是单手。
Speaks in his ear. I think he already knew what was happening, even before we came to see him.
That confirms it. I made the right choice.
航海团
TFD couldn't have a better High King.
Desarde, what can I do?
I have come to ask for your help. My cousin has been plunged into madness, and he apparently wishes to conquer the whole island. He took control of many creatures by reenacting rituals he learned from the islanders, and now he uses them to attack the cities and the villages of those he considers to be his rivals.
A difficult situation, admittedly, but one that does not concern us. Who's in charge of the island is none of our business, Desarde, and you know that.
友好度没有最高管，
Actually
不
does
会那个。
concern you. If my cousin takes control of the island, soon there will be no ports where your ships can berth. He's not looking for political influence. He desires power. Absolute power.
I see. It's a decent argument. So what now?
We must stop him at all costs. And for that, I will need allies. I already have the support of other factions, but I was hoping I could count on the help of the Nords.
You're one of ours, Desarde. Of course we will fight by your side in this battle.
Thank you, Admiral.
Godspeed, Desarde. And good luck.
哇，他到友好。现在才4个啊，加他5个哦，对，加他5个。下一个是这里，这个就不确定。
Do you want?
这个感觉有点困难。啊，我忘记带了，带那个好像没有用。
Lord Desada, how can I be of service to you?
You seem to know Kurt well.
I think we've a mercenary guild. Some would tell you that perhaps that's, but I do not. Anything else?
I have come to ask for your help.
I'm at your service, Your Excellency. What is it you want from me?
We need reinforcements to protect the sanctuary of the islanders, north of the island.
Very well. I will send some troops there. But may I ask who or what they will be fighting?
Creatures in great numbers. And probably my cousin.
I beg your pardon?
As your men must have told you, he has changed a lot recently. Ever since he was cured of the Malachor and bonded to the island, he has become obsessed with power. He is now targeting the heart of the island. If he succeeds, we're all doomed.
I have indeed heard reports of the governor's peculiar behavior. Since he is our employer, I asked my men to turn a blind eye. But thanks to your help, we avoided dishonor. I won't forget it. If you're telling me that we are in danger and that we need to go to this sanctuary, we'll go.
Thank you, Commander.
Anything else?
这个可以它不用到最高。
I have to go. Goodbye.
I also have a lot to do. Until next time, Your Excellency.
所以没有，这个有可能是单纯的，就只是因为任务的关系，所以它会那个，但是后面的那个应该还是会有影响，一般没有必要用这个友好度。这个有任务
Your Excellency, I'm glad to see you. It seems there has been an unexpected development. The manager of the tavern came to find me. He complained of supply problems on the island, and a customs sergeant who is seizing his shipments from the continent. Clearly, neither we nor the palace gave any such orders.
You suspect that these seizures are being used to supply the contraband?
It's the only logical answer.
And you wonder if Egon is involved? Very well, I will find out.
哦，看来这个还有机会哦。
No, thank you.
我们又多了一个支线。外面的鹅又在叫。
Manfred, the quartermaster of the barracks, told me about your supply problems.
And he sends you? Damn, I didn't think a legate would act in person. It's nice to see that our problems are taken seriously. I'll explain. Alcohol has been scarce in New Serene for quite some time.
各种短缺。
Suppliers in the town are constantly victims of theft, to the point that they're no longer able to supply taverns. I could have managed if my monthly delivery from the continent had arrived as planned, but customs seized my goods.
Did they give you a reason?
Conservative seizure, they said. Time to check that everything is in order. And now they tell me that they can't return my goods because they've been stolen. Can you believe it? If even customs are getting robbed, what hope do we have?
This is all rather suspicious. Don't worry. I'll go and see these customs officers and get this cleared up.
Customs Officer Ulrich. What can I do for you?
Desade, I'm the legate of the merchant congregation. I've been told of some issues with customs. I would like some clarification.
I'm listening, Your Excellency.
I was informed that customs was robbed.
Yes. Yes, these thieves have quite the nerve. Someone even stole personal belongings this time. Since then, I've been all in.
钥匙丢了，换个锁啊！
I was told that a shipment from the continent bound for the tavern had been seized as a precautionary measure.
Yes, it's possible. We see.
可是这样啊！
To verify that all taxes to the town have been paid.
没想到这游戏时间意外的长，真的，好像足足玩了快2个礼拜了吧？我真的有开实况的天数，那昨天我也没有开。
But I assure you that we only do our job. It was all routine.
Let me summarize. You have confiscated some goods, perhaps because of a report, but you're not sure. Then that same cargo was stolen from you, along with other things in your custody.
Exactly, Your Excellency.
You are either the worst customs officer I've met or the biggest.
Listen, Your Excellency, I made a mistake. It's true. I should not have ordered this seizure. In fact, it was late, and counting the crates would have taken me hours. I decided to postpone it. In the meantime, the goods were stolen. It's unfortunate, but I'm not useless.
You haven't even informed the authorities of this robbery. This is all rather suspicious, Officer Alric. So I think it's necessary to conduct this inspection with a search.
Please, Your Excellency.
I'm sure the contents of this chest will be very informative. Maybe we should go to the docks to see if we could find the key that this scatterbrain has lost.
So,
I haven't finished yet.
So, please.
Absolutely. I found this letter in your chest. The signature on it seemed very interesting.
I was sure I'd lost the key. I will explain. I am trapped. And it's been like this for months. I am forced to pull off all kinds of tricks in order to settle an old debt. Yes, sir. Either I do what he says, or I lose my children. I've already paid off my debt 100-fold, but he maintains his hold over me. And now I have no choice but to ask me to divert larger shares of cargo.
Could you help me identify him?
I'd like to, but I've never met him. He gives me his instructions in writing, or sends his men. He wrote the letter you found, or at least I think he did.
I plan to put an end to this individual's activities, so anything you can tell me will be useful.
I hope you manage it, Your Excellency. For the sake of my children, maybe you could come to the meeting he's arranged tonight.
Do you think he will come in person?
I don't know. This is the first time I've received a notice like this. I fear he'll punish me for arousing the innkeeper's suspicions. He doesn't let anything get past him, you know.
Very well, I will come. If only to avoid you paying the price for your stupidity.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I'll meet you at the North Gate in the evening.
No offense to our new friend. I'm not sure this Egon will come in person. I'd be surprised if he'd bother moving just to lecture a small fry in his business.
哇，瞬间移动呢！
Ah, there you are. Are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
We have a meeting next to the quarry.
采
As
石
we
场
are early, we should be the first to arrive.
Perfect. I'll hide until they get here.
He will certainly not come alone. I beg you, don't wait to intervene if things go wrong.
Be confident. I won't abandon you.
You should get in position. He'll be here soon.
这一个一开始我们就遇到的采石场，居然是最后才用得到的。路德维格队长，又是乔蒙。
Let me explain. I wanted to do well. I was just a little rushed and...
Silence, fool! Not only have you been so clumsy with your handling that the quartermaster was informed, but in addition, you dared to plot with this legate, a noble that has already cost us dearly. Do you no longer love your children, Alric? You want us to get rid of them? Is that it?
No, Mr. Egon, I beg you. Don't hurt them. I didn't have a choice. The legate came for an inspection, but I didn't tell him anything. I swear.
It's a shame, Alric. Egon loved you, but would replace you with someone else soon enough. Someone smarter. Get rid of him. I don't want to hear from this little roach any longer. As for me, I'm leaving for Hikmet. Try to be discreet. This legate doesn't seem willing to let go.
你不用去了。
He doesn't deserve to die like that. If we're going to help him, we will probably lose track of our men.
I owe you my life, Your Excellency.
Don't mention it. Alas, all this was useless. This man was not Egon.
I'm not sure that it's a person, Excellency. It may be the name given to the leaders of the gang. I don't know. But I will never be at peace until you arrest them, that's for sure.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do. But how can I find this man now?
He said he was going back to Hikmet, which is where he sends the stolen alcohol. I'm sorry. I have not been completely honest with you. I could have told you that earlier, but I knew that without your protection, I would not survive. The deliveries are sent to a dispensary outside the town. No doubt to avoid arousing suspicion.
A dispensary? But what are they doing with this
消毒。
alcohol?
I'm not sure, Your Excellency. But you no doubt find out if you go there.
Well, at least the fright Egon gave Auric managed to loosen his tongue.
I don't want to die. 等一下，如果是这样子的话，我从这边走好了。从这边过船点。 还是用锤子吧。Go go！ 医务署。
These islanders are drunk.
On your way. There's nothing for a highness here. As for you, savage, if you're looking for something to drink, go to my colleague over there.
What? How dare you?
I see. Thanks for the advice.
有别条路吗？
This is the man we saw at the quarry. We must stop him. Surrender. You are under arrest.
What am I accused of?
You are a high-ranking member of a criminal organization that has named itself Egon, and you did not hesitate to order a murder. So, even though the attempt failed, the gallows await you, unless you decide to reveal everything you know.
I won't say a word. I won't give you anyone. I'd rather die.
If you really thought so, we would not be talking. You will be taken to New Serene. Manfred will know how to make you talk.
直接这样解决，直接进去对着他开2枪，结束。这还有前面有营地，满地的腐化怪物。曼弗雷德监督官，应该是那个钱币的那个钱币守卫团的那个。
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
我找到那个了。
Was the captain we arrested transferred to you?
Yes. And we began to question him. It appears that he
布尔汉总督。
The governor tasked him with weakening the natives as much as possible in order to muzzle the rebellion. They were trying to poison the natives with alcohol, but they needed a lot to do it. Their entire smuggling operation revolved around that.
Did you contact the governor?
Yes. He sent us a letter apologizing, saying
撇得一干二净。
dealing with criminals. His letter was accompanied by a letter of marque to compensate the merchants who suffered in this case.
Which doesn't mean that he will abandon these despicable methods. Is there any news on Egon? We're no longer certain it's even a person.
Even though that name might refer to the organization, someone must be leading it. And that's who we have to stop. Alas, for now, the captain doesn't want to tell us any more. So the interrogation continues. We're waiting for answers on that point. I need your help in another case.
I'm listening.
The Admiral sent us a furiously worded letter. One of their ships was commandeered by our troops. They accused the San Mateus garrison. But I know Herbert is quartermaster. He's an honest man. I'm not saying that the Admiral is lying to us, but I don't understand what could have happened. Whatever the case may be, the Admiral is threatening to refuse all transportation to our men. This will not only hurt the Guard, but also all the nations that employ us. We need someone diplomatic, able to piece this whole story together. Can I count on you?
觉得这个支线有点长，应该会很长哦。
And try to understand what happened.
那种觉得这个不能选错选项，所以等下一个选项选错，不是航海团归零，就是就是钱币守卫团归零。
Manfred, the quartermaster of New Serene Garrison, told me that he'd received a letter from you. Was one of your ships hijacked by the Guard?
The Trident and its crew were commandeered by the San Mateus garrison. Commandeered.
Hello, 95323.
Themselves be threatened by these land pirates. The Guard has no idea who it is dealing with. I've already sent several of our warships to board the Trident and release its crew. The Guards taken on board shall be given no quarter.
I understand, Admiral, but Quartermaster Manfred was as surprised as you to hear this news. That's why he asked me to investigate. The Guard never gave the order for such an operation.
So these mercenaries do not even know how to manage this. Remarkable. We will not deal with the Guard until Manfred cleans up his ranks. No more of these hireling thugs will set foot on my ships. The nobles will just have to do without their bodyguards.
I will tell them, Admiral, and know that I am fully aware of the problems that caused this act of piracy. Not only for the Guard, but for all the nations on this island. I will do everything to find those responsible.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I will eagerly await your news. Anything else?
Oh, 不带接。
I need to be going. The Admiral knows that we can't do anything without the force of the Guard. By prohibiting them from transport, she is putting everyone at risk.
OK， 在正前方。
What can I do for you?
Quartermaster Manfred sent me.
I was expecting such a visit, and I'm glad Manfred sent an external investigator. This commandeering business may just spell the end of the Guard. Without the Nord's transport, we are finished. I don't understand what could have happened. I can assure you that we have never issued an order to that effect. It's as if some members of the Guard obey others' commands.
We had trouble with a criminal organization within the Guard. I wouldn't be surprised if they were behind this matter once again.
Well, this is terrible news, Your Excellency. Now, how can we sort the good apples from the bad?
By speaking to those in charge of those in command of this town, and trying to unravel the truth from the lies.
Since you neutralized Major Herman and his gang, 3 lieutenants have been leading the troops. While waiting for a senior officer to be appointed. They are Lieutenants Alexander, Klaus, and Ermeland.
Do you think they're honorable?
I won't vouch for them if that's what you're asking. I don't know them well enough.
Thank you, Quartermaster. I'll go and find them.
你们这一栋的楼上怎么去？啊，对。想说我怎么没有看到门？
Hello, I am
Desade, legate of the merchant congregation, right? Nice to meet you, Your Excellency.
他居然知道我。
At your service.
Well, I didn't know I was so famous. Can you tell me anything about the ship that was commandeered by the guards?
A complete act of piracy, if you want my opinion.
Do you know who these guards were and under which officer they served?
No, and no soldier is missing here as far as I know. This is very strange. But since the commander's attempted coup, everything has gone to hell here. Men start muttering as soon as we have our backs turned. Some recruits have suffered violence, but refuse to name their attackers.
Do you think something is going on?
It seems obvious to me that some people took advantage of this unrest to line their own pockets.
I see. Thank you. I'll leave you to it.
Your Excellency, if you really want to know what's going on in this barracks, find me tonight near the
church.
To whom do I have the honor of speaking?
Quiet. No one must know that I spoke to you. I am Sergeant Franz, and I'm prepared to help you. Don't forget the church tonight.
Hello, Lieutenant. Desade, legate of the merchant congregation.
Lieutenant Klaus. What can I do for you, Your Excellency?
I'm investigating the illegal commandeering of a Nord ship that took place here in San Mateus. Do you happen to know the men responsible and the officer they served under?
I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I don't know. I only took office in this city 2 weeks ago. I'm just getting to know my troops. I was sent here to remedy the lack of officers following the arrest of the commander's men. Are you sure that this commandeering is not the isolated act of a few homesick recruits?
Not totally sure, but it's very unlikely. Managing the crew of a Nord ship requires great numbers and organization.
I see. Well, in that case, sorry for not being more useful.
Farewell, Lieutenant. My name is Desade.
Oh, you are the legate of the congregation. You're quite a celebrity amongst our ranks. I am Lieutenant Alexander. Did you need me?
I'm conducting an investigation into the illegal commandeering of the ship.
这个看起来，
We must work fast to find out who organized this act of piracy.
一副坏人一样。
We will all pay the price. Do you know the men who seized the ship and who they served under?
All I can tell you, Your Excellency, is that I'm sure they were not undermined.
然后这个知情哦。
As foolish as it sounds, we don't know the identity of the soldiers involved. Since our previous commander's coup attempt, it's been tremendous upheaval. We lack senior officers. The registers are not up to date, and many men are on the run. I suspect the supporters of the coup who escaped the trial may be responsible.
It's not impossible. I dealt with Major Herman, who was serving Commander Torsten, but I didn't take care of his men.
It's only an idea, of course, but one that seems most logical to me.
I'll leave you, Lieutenant. The Lieutenant's interrogation produced nothing. This sergeant is our only lead.
With this gang's reign of terror, we're lucky to have come across.
Locked.
锁住。
Locked. I don't have the key.
看一下哦，在哪里啊？要绕一下，满地尸体。 呀，做个那个钥匙。Oh?
Ask me any questions you want. We don't have much time.
Who took possession of the ship, and for what purpose?
Soldiers from the garrisons, members of Egon's organization. The boat was supposed to be used to transport the island captives to the mainland. Someone must have had enough of only being able to move a few slaves at a time, hidden in the holds. Now they've pulled this big stunt. They've not only attracted the wrath of the Norts, but also your attention.
是不是想脱身呢？
Such a mistake, and they'll make the fool who did suffer dearly.
If you're part of this organization, why did you want to talk to me?
I joined this gang some time ago, without realizing the extent of their power. I naively thought that it would only be a matter of completing a few small secret protection missions, but I found myself
秘密小任务。
business with the young islanders. We capture them to sell them as slaves. They're very popular in brothels. I participated for a long time without batting an eye, but I ended up bonding with one of the captured islanders. The horror of this trafficking has finally hit home. I don't want it to happen to her.
Do you know who Egon is? Or at least who runs this organization?
No. Everything is very compartmentalized. Each group knows only its direct superior, never the one above. Not only do I not know the big boss, but I don't know anything about his other activities.
And who gives you your orders?
Lieutenant Ermlin. That woman is ruthless.
Oh.
After the business with the ship, she decided to make a deal
难怪他直接认识我。
with the wrath of Egon. She told us that we had to get rid of the islanders we still held captive. She wants to clean up behind us to avoid leaving any trace. My friend is among them. If I can't find a way to stop Ermelind, she will die.
If we want to prevent this massacre, we will have to intervene quickly. Where are the islanders held captive?
They're kept in a former logging facility on the
伐木
outskirts
场
of town.
Is it well guarded?
No, numbers are small to avoid arousing suspicion. But when Ermelin comes with her troops to get rid of the young people, it'll be a very different story.
Well, we'll take control of the operation before that happens. By getting rid of the guards. When Ermelin's soldiers come, we will use the element of surprise to neutralize them.
With all due respect, there will be many. Are you sure you'll be able
小
to...
case 啦，我可是主角哎、
From one of the native clans. The Storm Warriors, for example.
Do you think they would?
If it only involved us, I doubt it. But it's about saving their own young people. They'll also be able to give them shelter when we free them.
We will need to act quickly. I fear Ermelin will take action any moment now.
I'll go get help in Vedlug as soon as possible and take care of the operation.
Thank you. I'll arrange to be appointed as the scout for Ermelin's squad. That way I can let you know when we arrive.
We should go to Vedlug.
Let me accompany you. There is always suspicious.
德德瑞，尤其是我们还不让他当头头。嘿，我哥来了。
What do you seek?
I have come to ask for your help, Deirdre. A group of guards captured young natives and turned them into slaves. But now they want to get rid of them to avoid drawing attention to themselves. I want to free them and stop these guards. But we will need support from warriors.
You are a Garant. We will help you. But you have to tell me more precisely what this is about.
The prisoners are in a former logging facility near San Mateus.
I know where it is. The Renaiks massacred the forest there.
We will get rid of the guards there and release the prisoners. But if any soldiers are sent to kill them thereafter, can we rely on you to intervene?
I will send you my 2 best warriors. I can't give you any more right now. They will find you where the forest has suffered. Anything more?
哦，不来接，来。
To be going.
Wow,
伐木场。先上，还是得打。
Here is the logging facility.
哦，是这边哦。
That cabin.
之前有来过。有路可以上，可以偷偷摸摸进去。好，没办法，只能打进去。
No one passes. I will pass without your permission.
2个菜鸟新兵。
You're free.
Thank you. May the trees always bear fruits
杜
on
雷
your
格
journey.
It was Sergeant Franz who told us where to find you.
So he kept his word. I had hoped he would.
Stay hidden here for now. We will set a trap for the people who captured you.
Then we will fight by your side.
那你们虚弱成这样子，还要作战？
No.
等下死掉怎么办？
To fight. It's better that you stay here. When we are done with them, you can return home. Thank you for coming to lend us a hand. I'm surprised. Deirdre said that she would only send 2 warriors.
It's not a Sengedin Anadas. It's a Gaius Rad, a warrior from my clan.
She told Eseld your story.
Ooh.
We wanted to come. Young people from our clan have been captured and we believe they are here. When Xavier also sent a warrior for the same reason.
We are most grateful for your help. Thanks to you, we can stop those who captured them.
You're there. Were you able to get rid of the guards?
Yes, and we have released the prisoners. But there are still others that we have to defeat.
I see you've managed to bring allies. With them, we have every chance of winning. Ermelind and her troops shouldn't be long. You should take position.
Anything to report, Sergeant Franz?
Negative, Lieutenant. Everything is quiet.
Where did the guards go?
I don't know.
How can you not know? Hey, what's going on?
We got them.
Make sure Lieutenant Ermelind is shackled and brought back to San Mateos. She will probably be sent to New Serene to be interrogated by Manfred. She has a lot to teach us about Egon.
I hope she can help you put an end to all of this.
Can we all go home now?
Yes. We will escort you.
Break, it's thanks to you that I realised what we were doing. I hope you'll forgive me one day for being one of those monsters. In the meantime, I will do everything I can to help stop this smuggling for good.
You are a better man than you think. Friends, when you're finished, return and see me at Xavier. Be glad to see you again.
看来有戏。又是这些银币。看这个支线会解多久啊？没高电嘛？我已经播一个，同一个地方，看一下。
Your Excellency, I was told you'd returned with prisoners.
Yep.
Yes. Lieutenant Ermelind organized the slave trade on behalf of the organization I told you about. Her men captured natives who were then sold here or smuggled to the mainland. We also found out that they commandeered a Naut ship to speed things up.
What madness. I guess Manfred will want to have it questioned. Lieutenant Alexander, you will accompany her with some men.
Quartermaster, at your orders.
本来以为这个才是坏人，结果居然不是。
I understand you participated in the despicable actions of this traitor.
It's true, Quartermaster.
I recommend clemency. Without his help, we would not have discovered what this was about.
I see. You will accompany Lieutenant Alexander. Manfred would like to talk to you, but I will make sure that he knows what role you played in this case.
Thank you, Quartermaster.
Well, I'll let you get on, sirs.
Thank you very much for your help, Your Excellency.
怕还有雷包，
Well,
雷包雷起来。
we should go and warn Manfred.
雷包处处有。我找到凶手了。
What can I do for you? I was able to clarify the story about the ship, and we arrested the person in charge.
I've already been told all this. Lieutenant Alexander.
看他速度比我还快。
He told me the whole thing, and he didn't fail to tell me.
Hello ABS 大晚安，剩多少？主线已经到要去阻止那个康斯坦丁了，然后无意间，但是我们应该不会解到真实结局，因为我上个礼拜在解那个乔蒙的时候，不小心把他的好友度归零了。
We couldn't have done anything without Sergeant Franz. He showed admirable courage. I imagine he's joined your forces.
That doesn't ring a bell. I don't think a sergeant by that name is stationed here.
Strange. It seemed to me that Quartermaster Hurley told him to come and find you.
Well, perhaps he changed his mind. With this business going on, he must be sorely lacking in men. Anyway, know that our investigation has finally paid off. Lieutenant Alexander arrested many criminals.
奇怪了，他该不会就是挨供吧？
You should go find him. He's with Captain Ulrich.
Captain Ulrich?
或者是
The highest-ranking captain in the garrison. He's an old man who is not often found in the field, but faced with such a scandal.
没事，你今天跟我讲，我又想杀那个博士，太欠扁了。杀了就杀了呗。
Let's find the captain.
Ah, Your Excellency. I was talking about your exploits to Captain Ulrich.
Your Excellency. Captain, Lieutenant. Quartermaster Manfred informed me that you had made several arrests.
Indeed. Lieutenant Ermelind confessed, which enabled us to flush out most of the gang.
I can't quite believe all the arrested men are involved in this case. I know many of them. I could have sworn they were honourable people.
I'm sorry, Captain. I understand. It's a shock. We were all sure that our comrades would never be involved in this kind of thing.
Will you continue the investigation?
Of course. We can't stop our research until we've completely dismantled this organization.
Lieutenant Alexander was asking me to transfer him to New Serene, to be a part of the investigation there.
To manage it, if you allow it, my captain. I was honored to participate in the interrogations of Lieutenant Ermeling, and to be able to arrest all these criminals. I would not want to leave things half-finished.
As I told you, Lieutenant, I can't approve the transfer of an officer from another garrison. I must refer to the commander.
In any case, we're most grateful for your help. But we can now bring this investigation to an end without you.
I see. What goes on in the Guard is the Guard's own business.
It's a bit like that, yes. We can't let the actions of a small group compromise the reputation of the whole Guard.
那个做了，直接用指令改好感。错了，海军已经是最高友好度了。
Please be dismissed.
At your orders, Captain. Goodbye, Your Excellency.
This brazen lieutenant is bordering on insubordination.
I'm sorry you had to hear this call to order. This lieutenant is inclined to forget who he's speaking to.
It must be the enthusiasm of youth.
It's possible. In any case, and contrary to what he said, we will still need your help.
Why is that?
Lieutenant Alexander claims that Ermeling's confession allowed him to arrest all.
那个亚历山大该不会也是
And all she talked about
也是敌军？
the one in which Torsten's recruits received their special instruction for the coup d'etat.
A place I remember all too well.
I'm sure, Kurt. And I'm sorry for that. If I understood correctly, this place was taken back and used by the criminal organization. But our lieutenant did not mention it, which surprised me and led me to doubt his sincerity.
他果然看起来就是像是个坏人。
To increase his prestige later.
But he could have another motive. So you would like
如果他真的是坏人，那真的是
And I'd like to accompany you. I'm no longer a field officer, but I still know how to hold my own. And I want to see this case with my own eyes. You know the place.
还是其实你才是坏人？
Very well, Captain.
你的资历也够老啊。
Thank you, Your Excellency. I will get going right away. Will you come with me?
OK，
Yes, I'm ready. Let's hurry.
传送。我们又要去那个幽灵营区了。
We're almost there.
How would you like to proceed, Captain?
By the book. We'll go.
直接冲进去干他就对了。没人够门哦。一堆菜兵。等一下。先 先扫荡在那个。哦，你们里面那边打很凶呢。
So you are part of this disgusting plot.
Lay down your weapons, Lieutenant. Any resistance is futile. Your troops have been decimated.
I will not surrender, Your Excellency. Death is sweeter than the price of treason.
If you speak, we will be lenient.
You, maybe, but Egon, I doubt it. Farewell.
He's poisoned.
Plague.
靠腰，结果他们3个都是。 我突然觉得你们这边，你们这个组织没什么人可以信的了呢。都在上面。没事，挡在这边干。
It looks like poison.
哦，哇，那个中式GG了。
Sergeant Franz. Oh, poor man. He paid dearly for the help he gave us.
He was beaten to death.
Quartermaster Herbert ordered him to accompany Lieutenant Alexander to answer Manfred's questions, but he never made it to New Serene.
I was sure that the lieutenant was not genuine. He must be involved.
帮 QQ。 还有一个是在哪里啊？在楼上。 而这个，那房间里面的我不是都收过了？哦，看这边有一个漏掉。
These letters are signed by Egon. We must go to the office of the leader of these criminals.
We could study the handwriting to find out who's behind this pseudonym. We did a good job, Your Excellency. Egon will never come back from a hit like this.
Certainly. But criminals amongst your troops, including their leader.
We know that Lieutenant Alexander is involved in all this. The sergeant's body, and the fact that he didn't tell us about this camp, are telltale signs. Perhaps he will be able to provide us with a lead. Otherwise, we still have these letters.
Remember that we are targets. Just like Manfred, we will have to stay alert.
You're right. Let's get back to New Serene as soon as possible. You'll hand over the evidence to Quartermaster Manfred and assure yourself of his safety. I will go and ask our insolent lieutenant for an explanation.
你要回去，不会顺便带我们回去哦？这样我还要再跑。上个厕所，等我一下。该不我过去他就死了吧？被毒死了。还活着。
Excellency, I wasn't sure I'd see you alive again.
How did you know we were here? Did the captain tell you?
He was arrested while coming back here.
What?
Lieutenant Alexander said he was finally reported by his accomplices.
That lieutenant has some nerve. We know he's involved. We found
对啊。
who was to accompany him here. We got rid of him to punish him for helping us, or to stop him from revealing more. We also found this document saying that everyone who knows about the case should be eliminated. You're in danger. And they've already found a way to get rid of the captain.
Most of the men who are loyal to him are in jail. I can't do anything without help. I've been trying to get the commander. If anybody can restore order to all of this, she can.
Here, take this evidence and show it to her.
Alas, there's nothing in there that clearly indicates who Egon is.
The recent actions of Lieutenant Alexander suggest that he is the...
好了，大晚安。打到主线要去阻止康斯坦丁了，然后就突然发现一个那个钱币守卫团的支线没有做，现在做他的支线。
Your Excellency! What a joy to see you again. We finally stopped Egon. The captain will be happy.
Naturally. And that is why you are surrounded by the men I apprehended. We visited your secret camp and found the body of poor Sergeant Franz, who, in spite of his death, continues to betray you. You are a member of this organization, Lieutenant. And when we compare your handwriting to the letters we have seized, it wouldn't surprise me to discover that Egon is none other than you.
We prepared a discreet death for you, worthy of your uncle's court. Poison. And our troublesome diplomat would have been out of the way. But since you leave us with no choice, finish them.
It'll be a real pleasure.
Finally, our revenge has...
你确定？有没有很爽啊？全灭！
Why did you have to stick your nose in our business?
If you had not been so careless, so eager to get rich and climb to the top, maybe we would never have discovered your operations. Surrender, Alexander. Unless you prefer Egon.
Let me go!
I could make you rich.
I doubt that the commander would find that arrangement acceptable.
Wretches! I've been waiting to put this pathetic scoundrel in a hole for a long time. May I?
Be my guest, Kurt.
Your Excellency, Lieutenant Alexander was court-martialed and will soon be executed.
You have my gratitude, Your Excellency. Without you, this assassin would have probably strangled me in prison.
Manfred gave me all the evidence you gathered and told me about the case. I'm just sorry he didn't tell me about it sooner.
My apologies, Commander. But you've been so busy since starting your new position. I never thought the case would be so big.
Be that as it may, the high-ranking culprits have been finished, and the foot soldiers will be sent back to the continent. A few months on the front should bring them back to reality. We owe you so much, Your Excellency. Without you, the Guard would probably be nothing more than a band of brigands. I am extremely grateful. I will not forget what you did for us.
Don't mention it, Commander.
呀，变友好。哎，可是我刚刚还没有到友好，他就愿意加入我的那个人，加入我们的那个反攻团队。我好像迷路了。再来是啊，最后一个乔蒙，这个一定是失败的，这不用想了。我在想，我是不是干脆不要去问他，直接对，直接去那个实施大进化计划。但不行，那个乔蒙的做事真的太让我讨厌了。我看一下奖励是什么。又是遗忘战神之锤，又给2把了。最高友好度，对，但是他最讨厌。算了，既然都可以不跟我实在不是很想去跟那个讲话，我直接去那个好了。哎，等一下，如果那个我不动的话，好像不行哎，这个好像一定还是得。还是解一下好了。 即便失败了，就算了。全盟友都很恶心，真的。目前比较没那么恶心的，应该航海团吧，相对上比较没有那么恶心的。我们要去找那个让我最恶心的总督了。精英团，教会也是有很欠扁的，但是他们再怎么欠扁都没有这个家伙最让我讨厌。
I have come in a lie. You remember, of course. Precisely. This revelation will not. Do you know how? Allow me to continue. Then he is fighting a war against. He is preparing to. It is in the name of the.
It's madness. It is complete. But no matter. You are in need. Precisely. Go and search elsewhere. I shall not risk the beard of a single man on your ranting. And be happy that I do not declare.
Your Excellency.
The affair.
I have to go.
Farewell, my.
可恶，不能对他直接开枪，直接换一个总督。诶？新之门，对，直接换一个比较快啦。
Hello, Glenn. To tell you that men are going to come all the way to the sanctuary. Some Renaigse.
I thank you for coming to warn me in person. But our High King has already spoken.
High King.
I am disgusted to welcome warriors of the faraway island. But the decision is not mine. And in truth, we do not have the choice, do we?
No. It is all of Teirfridi and Enon Frichterman that's in danger. We have need of every able warrior to protect. You need to prepare yourself as well. I think that you will not be spared.
We will fight, have no doubts. Because such is our duty and our will. These are our lands that are attacked.
I have no doubt. Good luck, Glenda.
May the rocks give you their toughness. You shall need it more than everyone else. Can I do anything else for you?
I must leave.
好，再来要去那个了。哎，这样还没有升哦。再来要来去，哎，不是在这里吗？
green blood, man. Do you need some?
I must leave.
Karans, do you need some?
没有啪啪啪剧情。我们要来去干掉叔父的儿子了。超过了，想说有那么远吗？这么猛哦！我昨天才打到 HR6而已。嗯？怎么有个人睡在那？干有点猛哎、欸！
The cave that Constantine indicated in his note shouldn't be very far.
They'll be protecting his hut.
俺升级啦！
Constantine has marked several places on this map. I recognize some of them. They are sacred places for the natives, places of connection. This place, this journal. My poor Constantine, you have completely lost.
只好打爆他了。
What are you hoping to achieve with these rituals?
No Donegard has ever
他想要变成新的神。
Enon Milfrichterman was right. Your cousin wants power. He is feeding from the strength of Tyr Fredi.
So much so that he's threatening Enon Milfrichterman himself. He wants to take his place. To think he's been plotting this absurd plan for weeks. He even used us to achieve it. The intruder in the sanctuary was certainly sent by him. To
新世界的神。
We'll need to gather allies if we're going to stop him. But we will also have to weaken him and break apart the bonds that he's established.
I don't know exactly how these things work.
打就对了。
You do. We're gonna need help. How about Dunkus? Mev scares me a little.
You're right. Let's go and find him. 这里面就不能弄个萤火给我们，那跑回去有点远。
应该打得完吧？应该啦。再来应该就是打爆那个他已经注册好的纽带会员，削弱他的力量。
As I've told you before, my cousin bonded himself in many places before he decided to target the heart of the island.
You did tell me, and you must know that by doing so, he has acquired a power that no Donegada has ever possessed.
That is why I need your help. We need to break some of his bonds in order to weaken him.
Rest assured, all the Donegada will answer to the call of their Hoi King. And with their help, we will heal the wound your cousin has opened. However, to accomplish this, it is I who will need your help.
What can I do?
During the ritual, the one who is bonding himself spills some of his blood near the base of a stone. And this blood summons a guardian. The guardian lifts the stone so that it may serve as an anchor point for the bond. The only way to break this bond is to have a guardian topple the stone. We will be able to do it, but these rituals take a long time. Too long to be done quickly. So, in the meantime, you must prevent your cousin from drawing magic from the place. Here, take these seeds and plant them at the bottom of your cousin's bonding stones. These plants grow very fast, and their roots will prevent him from drawing the strength of Tifrani. However, you must be careful, because the guardians corrupted by him will come to defend the stones.
Thank you, Dunkus.
And thank you, don't worry. I will send more people.
2个种子，2个种子够吗？真的无止境的跑地图。第一个是这里。 很近。超痛！
Gave us at the base of the raised stone.
救你的石头最特别。
The plant seems to be growing extremely fast. The Donegada of Dunkus's clan are sure to be here soon to finish breaking the bond.
可是各领土还没发生。做了。没有，我已经爆发领土的那个了。我都已经爆发过了。臭！但还会追踪哎！啊！
Seems to be growing extremely fast. The Doneigada of Dunkis's clan are sure to be here soon to finish breaking the bond.
要准备打王喽！没错，我是解到一半的路上走到一半之后才发现，哎，那边怎么有一个惊叹号？想到你爸以前去水沟捞回来的还当喂鱼的虫虫，抢桥。
feeling, my child. What you are about to do is difficult.
Don't make it harder than it has to be, Petrus. Fighting against your cousin isn't pleasant, but it's the only logical thing to do.
A nicer way of saying he has no choice.
Indeed. I must stop Constantine, regardless of what it may cost me. Not only to obtain an antidote to the Malachor, but also to save this island.
I have learned many things by your side, and thanks to you, I was able to give my mother back to the earth. I won't forget this. And this is my land, my people. I will be by your side. You will not go through this ordeal alone.
What's happened to Constantine is regretted. But you're doing what must be done. You're a good person, Greenblood. Then you can count on your old master of arms to protect you.
武器大师。
After all, this concerns all of us, doesn't it?
Naturally.
We will be by your side, both physically and spiritually.
Thank you. You have been precious allies, and you are proving once more the value of your friendship. Now let's go. It'll be a shame if we arrive too late.
哇，一次带一堆人。
Constantine managed to get through. Let's hurry.
上不去了，要绕路。
Oh, I was starting to think that we would all be dead before your arrival. Your cousin has forced our blockade with a horde of creatures, and they just keep coming. I thought it better to stay here and stop as many of them as possible, to keep a path open for you to reach him.
Thank you. You did well. I'll do everything in my power to catch him and stop him from carrying out his plan. Keep holding on as long as you can. I need to be able to reach him.
Wait, there's a group of creatures coming. Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
I'll stay here with them, GreedFall.
Right. We must help them stop these creatures.
Are you sure?
Every minute gained.
Thank you both. Lady,
enough with the...
And stop.
In that case...
到最后就剩我一个。走到哪边了？诶？这个地图让我很看不出来我要走哪里呢？靠北。枪的攻击力有636，航海家的，还有土人。
Your cousin just passed through here with a... We won't know who we are, but you must chafe and...
I'm well aware, but here comes...
没得做。
And I'll stay. We need to.
Yeah, we could.
I wouldn't.
You see?
You should go.
Well.
哇，可怜哦，只有乔蒙你们的人没有来。没有啊，刚刚看升级，我30几级，33、32还是33的时候，我还要再看一次商店。没有。
There you are. Praise the enlightened.
They are also.
What do you intend to
pursue him?
In that case.
或者他们被进攻了。等一下，他那马就是你一个人而已哦。
Your help. You see? Thank you, Pep.
他那马有点惨嘞，就是你们2个人而已哎。其他的至少都还有一些 NPC。
Constantine! Restrain him!
Oh! 这样也中。
Why have you done this? But for you. For us. So that we may live free at last.
This makes no sense. Constantine, it's madness.
You don't understand because you're still attached to the old world. This old, dying world which, to survive, has betrayed, used, and manipulated us and would not have hesitated to kill us.
Perhaps, but
I've seen death, cousin. And I understood the vanity of it all. My father's ruses just so he could earn more power. The political bowing and scraping to preserve corrupted nations. I have been offered unrivaled power, allowing me to get rid of this.
大进化。
To send the old world back to its inevitable death and to build something new here. Something unique. And this new world is my gift to you. You and I could be its new gods, the immortal and benevolent monarchs.
He himself is the incarnation of the old world.
计划通。
Speaking of, he has its vices and its poison. For his own immortality, he's prepared to destroy everything around him, to break millennia of cycles. I implore you, flesh of my land, think of all the lives that will come to an end to feed his pride.
Don't listen to this old god. He's like all the others, after all, clinging to life. All you have to do is to bind yourself here, with me, and we will be gods together, forever.
果然又是可以选择的了，要跟别人当然是连接起来。怎么可能跟你共分天下呢？我要自己当王啊！
After the fall of Constantine, my young student managed to establish stronger links between the old nations and the natives. Some of their Donegada were even invited to the continent, and with their help, it slowly became a land filled with life again. And for the first time in a long while, the number of cases of the Malachor is decreasing. Those who bravely fought at Dorhat Genadu were celebrated everywhere. After all, if it weren't for this unlikely alliance, the island would have fallen into Constantine's greedy hands. Sieglinde took Kurt as an advisor, but he insisted on keeping his place alongside his former student and friend, watching his back, as he always had. Ciora obtained the title of Marl of the Red Spears alongside her twin. She leads them with wisdom, but often reunites with the one she still calls her Karanis. Afra set aside her weapons and went back to her research on the native culture and flora of the island. It is said that she is even writing a book with the help of Dunkas's clan when not visiting her friends.
下一代吧，如果有下一代的话。
Vasco was awarded the rank of commander. He now travels the sea at the head of a whole fleet, but he often comes back to visit his brother in arms. Petrus's ambitions have finally been
他
fulfilled.
连声音都蛮像的。
He obtained the much-coveted title of Cardinal. Despite the responsibilities implied by such a title, he still sometimes visits the one he calls his child. Despite the help Ulan received, which allowed him to restore the importance of the seaside Nemeus, he still had to renounce the role of Mar as he faced the contempt of the other clans. Her friendship with Aranaxe helped Deirdre to overcome her reticence. She willfully accepted to follow the orders of her new High King. Dunkas and his people spent a lot of time with savants and theologians. Patiently, they shared their knowledge of the earth and learnt new techniques from one another, and in so doing, they restored balance between the new world and the old. The natives' hostility towards the Alliance has not diminished. Governor Byrne is in a delicate situation, especially considering some sordid rumors in Al-Sad regarding the practices of the scholars he protects. The public revelations of St. Matthias's life led to a deep change in Teleme. The Ordo Luminis was dismantled for good, and the missionaries' purpose is now to establish dialogue rather than conversion. Aware that their culture of secrets would lead them to their demise, the Nords changed their methods. They welcomed numerous amongst them, notably natives. Under Sieglinder's control, the Guard returned to the honorable values that had made its reputation. And they did so all the more easily, now that their shadiest members were out of the picture.
完全没有乔猛的剧情哦，这个废物组织就这样消失了吗？我在想要不要去看合体的剧情，只是要再重新打一次网有点麻烦。我没有注意耶，应该是没有吧？毕竟乔蒙就是没有啊。是没错，就是麻烦而已。这我们就跳过不看。
My father sent the...
He himself.
我要成神。一定差很多的哦。光是少那个乔猛就差就少一个阵营了。不过其实也差不多了啦，就只差那一个而已。我那时候如果选择不杀他，现在也是五个阵营都有。有嘞，新神的 New Gods 的成就。
Poor teacher. Amongst those who have tried to prevent the ritual from taking place, only a handful of dazed survivors remained, helplessly facing hordes of creatures following the orders of the two cousins. Afra and Petrus, former rivals, fell together. They couldn't accept this treason from the one they believed in. As for Vasco, he managed to run away and join the Nort fleet. Rumor has it that he went to their island, his heart full of bitterness, and never left it again. With his help, Kurt managed to leave Teofredi, but only to die on another battlefield. Siora had done well to go back to her sister, who tried to lead a rebellion for a while, but just like the rest of the clans, she eventually acknowledged the power of their new gods. Exiled from the island, all our nations sunk into a state of constant warfare.
打起来了。
Accusing the others of being responsible for their terrible defeat. The congregation is now on the verge of forming, and I have no doubt that the others will follow. The lives which haven't been taken by war will be taken by the Malikor. On Teofredi, the Norts report that nature has reclaimed its rights in the cities. After a period of chaos that saw the death of many rebel islanders, survivors reportedly all ended up acknowledging the power of the two cousins. But sadly, this is nothing but hearsay, since the news we receive is scarce and getting even more so.
好啊，好啦，贪婪之秋，现在这边我看一下有几个，有几个成就没解到。哦，还有28个成就没有解到，还不少不过解了一半了啦，还行。56%的成就解除，有。现在如果等一下这我应该还可以再解一个。
Can I do it?
What did you think about that moment next to the campfire with the elders of Vigiga?
It was strange.
Had those old sages not been there, you and I next to the fire, it could have been a romantic moment.
Oh, you are really strange, Desade. thinking about such things at a time like this. Anything else?
可恶，死全错了。
I must leave you.
独挡。他这边居然还有选项会扣，也太机车了吧！但还不是这种可以用这种调情方式调情的。真的调情失败。
Decide, can I do?
What did you think? It was peculiar, however.
This is true, in my opinion, but your attitude is wiser. Anything else?
How did you feel when we visited the cave?
Astonishment, I think. I felt as if I had...
It was a grace-filled moment indeed. And these rudimentary paintings taught us. I would never have thought that mere murals...
Because we looked at them in a different way. They were like a window. I used to swear, and once more, anything else?
Do you often hold strangers at gunpoint?
Only when I'm being tracked.
Your journal was surprisingly thorough. How could one not want to find...
It could have fallen into the hands of a bull. Anything else?
Do you think that attending this ceremony...
Yes. This ritual, this new vision gives...
Knowledge comes in many forms.
That is true. I love exploring science. And yet, then they'd have to have experienced anything else.
这个居然没有加。
Of course. It was more of a competition.
I wondered if you didn't feel alone at times.
Do you mean intimate relationships? Body and mind have anything else?
What do you think of the love that unites them?
It's true. On the continent, where everything is...
Do you ever think that you could become that close to...
To be honest, no.
What about now?
I do not like to lose anything else.
失败！等一下，我要查攻略。这太麻烦了啦，这个。看一下哦。 直接对他的那个名字好了。哎，有这边有同伴剧情。嗯？
I'm happy to see you. Can I do anything for you?
What did you think about that moment?
It was strange.
I was touched by the way the elders talked about those young people, about their bond.
It's true. It seemed as if they thought that their bond would allow... In my culture, it is the other way around.
And?
I still have a lot to learn. I'm glad you were there to help me understand this. Perhaps those elders are right. Anything else?
How did you feel when we visited the cave?
Astonishment.
It was a grace-filled... I would never...
Because we looked at them in a different way. More than just decoration. They were like a window. I used to swear, and once more, anything else.
Do Do you think that attending this ceremony?
Yes. This new vision gives me new perspective.
I hope I'll be lucky enough to be by your side.
We share amazing memories now. A bond has been created between us two, and I can't imagine this new life without you by my side. Anything else?
还有。
Do you often hold strangers at gunpoint?
Only when I'm being trapped.
Only when they're attractive.
Really? And anything else?
Did you have any fellows?
Of course, it was more.
I wondered if you didn't feel alone.
Body and mind have different needs. Anything else?
What do you think of the love
on the continent? Where...
Is it that you're starting to believe in love?
Who told you I did not?
他要全部选吗？
When anything else?
I must leave you.
等一下，这个攻略也太弱了吧？它只有3道而已。哦，有了。
It would be my pleasure. Me. I must leave you.
Desade, can I do anything?
I must leave you.
然后呢？ 有了。等一下，为什么没有？靠背。模型呢？模型去哪里了？看，搞笑了。 变爱戴，有解了一个成就了，哇，太好笑了！哦哟，等一下，我看看还可不可以再来一次？好，不行，好，没关系，至少成就有解到了。好，那我们今天实况就先到这边了。明天我想想看玩什么，应该是玩魔物吧？应该是啦。明天就来打魔物。好了，感谢今天大家收看，大家晚安，我们明天见，拜拜。